because this kind of dynamic tends to focus on the foreign guys who like Asian women, but in my experience, I meet just as many women who don't want to date Japanese
Right.
guys.
Yes.
And so what, whether you were there first, like, do they subsequently express?
A lot of them do.
What kinds of things do they
A
say?
lot of them, they didn't realize how great the experience could be, with a foreign man. They didn't understand how lame it was sexually with a Japanese male. And many of them, for lack of choices, they don't get to meet that many foreign men. They would go back to a Japanese man. But some of them also, they're like, well, I just can't date anybody else now, but a black guy but a foreigner. They once they've experienced the passion of the Western man, it's difficult for them to settle for the emotionless, the sort of emotionally unavailable Japanese male.
And so in terms of pillow talk and that kind of stuff, do they go into any more detail than that, or do they?
A lot of what I hear is complete surprise that sex could be this good. That, especially for me, having had, I started having sex when I was like 7. I engage in selfless sex. For me, I can jack off to that towel. So for me, it's all about making her happy and about pleasing her all the time. So maybe it'll take me 3-4 days to have an orgasm, but as long as she has like 50, that's fine. So they've never experienced this kind of sex with samurai men, where they are the center of attention and where the objective is about like pleasing them. So I was, I get this statement all the time, and it's like, oh my God, I've never felt this before. I've never had this before. I never knew sex could be like this before. I never knew that there could be this much passion and pleasure and orgasm. Because Japanese men just, they just 5 minutes and they're done. And another thing is, I always get like, you're so strong. You're going over 10 minutes. And I'm like, no, geez, this is normal. No.
And so after the fact, you said you avoid the women who already have that categorical attraction, but
right.
What have you gotten from them? What sense, or what are they into, or why? Same reasons, just
you mean that, which ones?
The ones that have already made sense of themselves that way, or know what they want in advance of meeting you.
A lot of them are averse to being with Japanese men. And many of them who've traveled overseas have lived abroad. They've come back to Japan, and they've had a taste of Western men. They are opposed to the idea of being with a Japanese man because they're known to be unkind. And they're not known to. In Japan, it's a male-dominated society. It's dan-son johi shakai. So men don't. No samurai guy is going to ensure that his wife has an orgasm. That's not Bushido.